What is up? It is Andy coming to you on another December Monday. And why is it important that I remind you this is another December Monday? Because I know you've done a grand total of 0 holiday shopping yet. You haven't even started the preliminary Google searches. I'm talking about the where you knew the person wanted that backpack, and then you're like, oh yeah, you haven't even looked it up initially. You haven't even started any of that yet. You're putting it off. Why? Because I'm building up my holiday shopping bankroll. You don't understand, Andy. Oh yeah, and what's your current holiday shopping bankroll? Tell me. Oh, that's right, it's at $4. Why is that? Because every morning you deposit $4 onto your sportsbook account and then put it all on a boosted 10-leg money line and totals front page pizzeria pirate parlay in the hopes that you hit that. And no, now I have my full holiday shopping bankroll. Now everybody's going to get what they want. Yet you're 0 for 8, 0 for 9, however many days we are into December so far, but you're hoping today's going to be the day. Andy's going to guide me to a full front page money line and total pirate parlay. Now I'd like to tell you that that's not going to happen, but who knows? That's the beauty. You never know when that day's gonna come. The full assortment, the pirate parlay. And today might be a day where you can add a couple of legs because, dare I say, I have some money lines in total. Even Frankie Slices would take some of these bets that I have today. Giving feels better than receiving. Sniffing feels better than all of that. And that's what I'm gonna try to do today on a couple of these front page pizzeria bets. Now, where should we start? I'm not going to start in Toronto, but I'm going to go there next. I like starting in more of a niche spot. Let the Canadians, let Josh and Carlo start with Toronto. I'll start in an American spot, not a place you really think about hockey. Phoenix. Oh, did I say? I meant Scottsdale. Oh, did I say Scottsdale? I meant Utah. Where the Utah Phoenix, Arizona Mammoth Hockey Coyote Club is playing the LA Kings in a game between two teams who have shown a little offensive flair recently. Two teams who were struggling massively from an offensive perspective. But then last game, you had that little eruption from the Kings. Kings were so many games out, 2-1, 1-0, 2-1, 2-1. And they blasted 6 goals in that last game. Utah massively struggling. I don't even want to say they're fully out of the hole, but at least we saw them put that 7 spot up, and they are feeling more confident about their game going forward. Now, if this game was a week ago, you would not hear me saying this, but I believe after that 6-goal outburst from the Kings, and then after some of these games we've seen recently from the Coyotes and some of the lines that they have together, especially that Schmaltz-Keller-Peterka line that they have up top, I think this game might be a little entertaining. 1 week ago exactly, on this day, I'd say this is probably not going to be entertaining. But today, 7 days later, it's not a horror movie. Unless this game doesn't go this way, I think we could see an over 5.5. It's not asking for that much. And when it comes to the Kings, I weirdly think if they're going to go back and forth a little bit with a team, it's going to be on the road. Because remember, when they're on the road, they can't get the exact defensive matchups that they want against the other team, and that team can hopefully exploit some of the Kings' deficiencies on the back end. And then the Kings can also kind of push a little bit on offense. We don't need to clear 6.5 here. Team that scored 6 in their last game against a team who scored 7 a couple games ago, who's going to get the matchups that they want. I think this one has a chance for an over 5.5. So I'll go with the over 5.5. Pizzeria pick number 1 right there. But, like that's from the front counter. I ordered the pizzeria, but I want to sit down and order something from the back as well. That's for me. 1 for you, like the whole movie thing. Okay, you make 1 for the studio and then 1 for me. That's for you. That's for the studio. Now you have some of my picks. Pizza and a point prop. You had the pizza as the over in the game. If the over's going to hit, goals are going to be going in. And I think Kopitar is going to factor in on one of them. Give me that Kopitar assist sitting at plus 160. A lot of that number was built on the time he was playing on the second line with like Moore and Kuzmenko. And now that he's back up there with Kempe, top power play with Kempe, I like his chance on the road at Utah to get an assist. And then, you play with the best player on the team. I'm going to go with that 2 points for Adrian Kempe, assist for NHL Kopitar, looking at plus 600 right there. So that's how you, speaking of parlays, got a pizzeria pick, a point prop, and then a parlay. Pick, prop, and a parlay, all in that game between the Utah, Phoenix, Arizona Coyotes and the LA Kings. So that's the first game I'm going to talk about. Number 2, let's go up there to Toronto, talk about Josh's squad. And, this is like when you deal with Toronto, you deal with kind of like the Yankees of hockey. Things can go wild, things can go great. Like you can bet on Toronto and they can go nuts and all their players can come through. So a lot of different things can happen. But I will say this has less to do with the Toronto Maple Leafs, who've been playing pretty well. What are they, 4-1-1, 5-1-1? They've been playing pretty well in this most recent stretch of hockey. But the team that's coming in there just got shut out by the Islanders, and we're talking about the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, they're coming into this game with Toronto, and these two teams usually play pretty fierce games, but this isn't the regular Tampa Bay Lightning. You remember, Tampa started this season and was dreadful. They were bottom of the East, and they went on a huge run that shot them all the way to the top of the Eastern Conference standings. That was on the backs of who? The exact two guys you think it would be on the backs of. 1, Nikita Kucherov. 2, Andrei Vasilevsky. Who is day-to-day and missed the last game? Oh, Nikita Kucherov, Andrei Vasilevsky. Who else is not in that lineup? Oh, Braden Point, their second or third best forward. And also Ryan McDonough on the back end. And Victor Hedman was just activated. This is an injury-riddled team who it gets taken to a whole nother level if Kucherov is not playing. This guy plays the full 2 minutes on every power play, does everything for them offensively, and predictably, they get shut out and lose a low-scoring squeaker against the Islanders in his first game miss. Now, on Saturday, John Cooper said they were day-to-day. To me, if you're day-to-day, you got to miss more than one game. I really feel like they said that about Braden Point, a week and a half ago, and he's still not playing. So if Vasilevsky and Kucherov, out there, maybe they're in that Russian banya getting, those sticks put on them to heal them. But if they aren't, then I would imagine they're going to miss a second game, right? And I don't know if that's baked into the line. Maybe it is. But to get Toronto at home, minus 110, against a team minus all of those players, look, if those players played, I still think Toronto can win. They've been playing pretty well. But if you tell me they're not playing, I will take this minus 110, knowing, okay, maybe they'll play, maybe they'll be a little diminished, maybe they'll be a little weakened, or they don't play, and then we're getting a fantastic price on this game. So as far as money lines go, I know when you take Toronto Maple Leafs, that's one of those teams. It's scary to take them. I've already told you this about hockey anyway. You rarely just see, oh yeah, and then they go in there and then they crush them because that's what they're supposed to do. Any team can win on any night. The absolute worst team can crush it. I mean, you just saw the San Jose Sharks go into Carolina and win, 4 or 5-1. This can happen any night in the NHL. But when you're just looking for mini little advantages, okay, I'm going to go with Toronto at home against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, this is a minus 110. If Kucherov is not in that lineup, then I'm taking this under 2.5 goals for plus 135. And look, I'm not saying this is going to be fun to watch, but I gave you 2 plus money point prop unders last week, and they both came through. One was Nikolai Ehlers. I said he's being priced like a top power play guy. He's minus 155 for a point, and they replaced him on the top power play with Jordan Staal. So he's not playing with the top line guys, and he's not on the top power play. Yeah, I'll take his under half of a point. I think J.Guentzel he's not built to carry a team as the guy offensively. You just put one other guy, and then he's thriving. Whether it's even the Aho line in Carolina, the Crosby line in Pittsburgh, or this line, any of these lines when Kucherov is there and just gives him a little breathing room. But, when the whole team has to be put on his back, he's not that type of a player. Held pointless last game. If there's no Kucherov in this game, the under half of a point on J.Guentzel, he'll be playing with, I think, Hagel and Cirelli as the team's top line. Then, yeah, so Toronto to win, minus 110, under 2.5 goals, plus 135, and then the under half of a point for J.Guentzel is plus 175. There's rhyme, there's reason. Let's see how that sniff pans out. And then if there's a team that's going to waltz into your building and you're an awful team, and you're going to have a decent game because that team is there, you know who it is. The Buffalo Sabres. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're the Sharks, or whether you're the Lightning without all those good players, or you're even the Calgary Flames sitting at home coming off of a shutout. When you welcome Buffalo into your building, if there's ever going to be a game, because, the Calgary games can just be like watching paint dry. But if there's ever a game where it's like, all right, let's have a good time out here. You're bums, we're bums. Let's start having some fun. It's when Calgary will play Buffalo. I've told you guys about this many years. When you get garbage versus garbage, you have two possible results. One is a ton of garbage and a 2-0 game. Or is, hey, man, we're at the bottom. Let's get a good contract and rake up some points and try to put this on our, give to our agents to sell us to another team. And you could be getting a game like this. And while it's tough for me to say, yeah, I feel comfortable taking them, I like taking teams after a shutout. A bad team who shut out another team on their own home ice, which is what Calgary did the other night to Utah. So you're going to be getting, I believe, Wolf after one shutout. So he's getting the next start after a shutout. And then they're playing an extremely beatable team. And I think they're going to score some goals in this game. After a shutout at home, welcoming in the most beatable of teams in the Sabres, I'm going to go with, oh God, I hate to say it. If I'm at the pizzeria, I'm going with the Flames to win here. Oof. But what I'm more interested in are point props, because I really do think they can score in this game. I think Calgary at home against Buffalo, there's opportunities to score. And when I'm seeing anybody, top line, top power play, a line that's come through a decent bit, this Morgan Frost, Matt Coronado, Jonathan Huberdeau line, they've had stretches. Like, how I say, if you bet them every single game, they just have to clear enough games to remain profitable. They're well ahead. They're well ahead. They've hit several games, and these guys are usually priced north of plus 300. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here once again. We got this whole top line of Calgary that I'm going to take for a point at home against the Buffalo Sabres. And if you're somebody on a site where you can only take one, then just give me the highest priced guy. Morgan Frost, plus 125 for a point at home against the Buffalo Sabres. And that is what I have for you here on this 5-game slate on a Monday. Good luck to you. Yes, better luck to me. Make sure you're subscribed here to my YouTube channel. All your clicks are very much appreciated. What do you mean all my clicks? What kind of clicks? You might have not started holiday shopping yet, but it doesn't mean you can't start the gift of giving. Give a click. Like the video. Comment on the video. Comment whatever it is that you want. What's your holiday shopping bankroll? Then, like I said, subscribe to the channel if you want to see. If you really hate what you're seeing here, then don't. But if you enjoy it, it would make sense, rather than searching my name every day, to just subscribe to the channel and click the notification so you know when the video comes out. And then after that, what you can do is hype the video to share the gift with more people. There's a hype button next to the like and comment. It's like it's when you want to show that next level of appreciation. This is so good, I want somebody like me to see this video. So you can do that. And then lastly, you want to support this show, you want to be a minority owner here, you want to take this to the next level, then you can support my work by joining the Patreon at patreon.com/AndyFrancis, which does come with some trickle-down benefits. I will update the sniffs on there if something happens during the Kucherov's in. We might want to nix this if possible. I update the sniffs over there. That's where I put weekend sniffs. I had to travel to a wedding over the weekend, so that's where I would put stuff out on Friday. Anytime I can't make videos, I will communicate things there. That's where I put out line combos, and that's where you can talk with all the other sniffers in the chat rooms. And like I said, it is available at patreon.com/AndyFrancis. I hope to see you over there. If not, I will see you tomorrow for one of those big Tuesday slates, another round of NHL Sniffs. I will talk to you then. Take it easy.